So here's an in-depth YouTube market research and strategy that I built out for one of my clients, and this is really what I do for every client I work with. And the reason is because 99% of high-ticket agency owners never achieve their goals of building a strong personal brand or scalable income from YouTube. How do I know this? I've worked with YouTubers starting at zero and also those that are at 4 million plus subscribers. These are the kind of people you've seen on TV. Even these are companies, brands. These are influencers. These are massive people that you've heard of, talked to, seen videos from, things like that. And I've even consulted people like MrBeast in the past. So I know that most people make this massive mistake, right? They just try to copy what gets views for their competitors, like 5 side hustles, or if I started cold email from zero, I would blank, or just they keep remaking their own best performing videos again and again. And you can't blame them for doing videos like this because views are what all the YouTube gurus and short form content agencies want you to chase. They make claims like views bring leads, but be honest with yourself, would you ever buy from someone after watching a 5 best side hustles for 2024 video? 5 best side hustles to make $3,000 a month in 2024. You won't. You just won't. And even the people who are going to watch those videos are too broke anyways. So it's just useless to make videos like that. The sad truth is that these YouTube gurus and short form agencies don't think about making videos that will only attract and convert your ideal client persona based on market sophistication levels, market awareness levels, detailed psychographics, because they don't know how to. They've never done it. They don't know how to. They don't study all of these things in detail, in depth. So if you're someone who wants to get clarity on what videos to make to predictably generate revenue, not just views, if you're unsure about how to start YouTube, what videos to make, etc., and you want to know exactly what your first or next few YouTube videos should be based on your offer, your TAM, your market, your ideal client persona, and you want to cut off tens of hours of your weekly research to come up with content ideas or to edit videos and all of that jazz, and you want to stand out from all your competitors and immediately become the go-to authority figure for your audience to get comments like, "Oh my god, finally not a guru," or "I bought a course that had lesser information than this," then follow these 4 phases to build a solid YouTube strategy and system. The first thing we do is research the market, not just the niche, the whole market. Then we look at content positioning. We, ideate content, and then we look at how to distribute content. This is everything that I do in my research. And the first thing we start off with is we look at who has been your most successful past clients, your best clients in the past, right? And we list down their demographics. So for this client that I made this research, it was 20 to 29 years old, located in USA, agency owners making 5 to 10K a month. I was going to say 50, which is wrong. Agency owners making 5 to 10K a month. They want to scale to 20K MRR and beyond. And they struggle with predictable systems to get leads because they are not consistent with outreach or ads. They're doing it themselves whenever they're free, whenever they're motivated, or whenever they lose a client. And they're also struggling with retaining clients and increasing their lifetime client value. So another problem they have is too many paths, too much confusion. So they need clarity on what specific steps to take. And the reason this happens and the way that my client helps them solve all of these problems is because he has a coaching program that basically has a course inside it that has, every little thing you need to scale from 5K a month to 20K and beyond. He is somebody who had scaled his agency to 50K a month and beyond, and he was working with companies like Red Bull and like Coca-Cola and Fortnite and big influencers that everybody knows. Like literally everybody knows all of these names. I'm not going to name too many of them because there's like 20 plus massive people and brands that we all know, but this is a guy that has scaled his agency to so much, right? And so he wants to help people also do essentially the same by dialing in the right systems and having the clarity on exactly what to do and all of that stuff. So once we figure out who are your past best clients based on their exact demographics, then we also look at their psychographics. We list down the top 5 to 10 statements for each of these parameters of the psychographics, which is their false beliefs, their fears, their frustrations, their dreams, and their desires. This will help us understand their psyche so deeply that making videos will become infinitely easier. And the goal here is to write statements that they themselves use specifically. Remember, we want to make videos only about the problems you solve and proof that you can solve them. Prove to people that you can solve those problems, and only focus on product aware and most aware segments of the audience. We'll go more into the segmentation of the audience a little bit later, but really what you want to do is, write down the false beliefs like scaling beyond 10K a month requires a big team and significant capital, which is not true. Or online outreach is too complex, or I need to know every aspect of my business, or I'm going to fail as an entrepreneur. Like, think about it, right? Does Bill Gates know every aspect of his business? Does Alex Hormozy know every aspect of his business? No, they outsource most of the stuff. They just know how to maintain it. They are working more as CEOs or people who are just bringing more people into the platform or into their services. Iman Ghazi, even, he's not doing client fulfillment when he was running his agency, And so you want to just list down basically their false beliefs, their fears, their frustrations. And so fear is basically the long-term thing that they are afraid of. They fear being stuck at 5 to 10K range forever. Whereas frustration is something they're facing right now. That's a short-term thing. They are frustrated with inconsistency of lead generation, for example. Then similarly, dreams and desires. Dream is the long-term thing they want. They want to consistently hit 20K MRR. Or desire would be they want a clear proven system for lead generation that consistently brings in high quality clients. So these are really the kind of things you want to list down. You want to spend some time, remembering your sales calls, remembering the clients that you've served, and write down what are the things that they believe, what are the things that they fear, they're frustrated with, that they have desires or dreams of, and also who they are exactly, their demographics. Once you have all of this listed down, then we write down your market sophistication levels of your ICP. Now, if you don't know what market sophistication levels are, basically they range from level 1 to 5. Level 1 is where a market is new to a product or service. So for example, the first time when SMMA became a thing, that's somebody would make videos to target people who are at level 1 sophistication where they don't even know what SMMA is. Whereas level 5 is where everybody knows, they're getting pitched these services left and right. The market is highly saturated and jaded. So in this scenario, you need a unique mechanism or approach and a deep personal connection with the market in order to stand out. But for my client, the market was at a level 4 sophistication level. The market is saturated and customers are skeptical, but they need somebody to help them. So you need to focus on emotional and psychological appeal. You need to target their emotions. Then we look at market awareness levels. So this range from somebody who's completely unaware of anything, of solutions in the market, or even if they have a problem, worst people to target for sure. Like why you need to start an agency is targeting people who are unaware. Bad video idea for sure. Then there are people who are problem aware, people who know they have a problem, like they want to scale their agency, right? But they are not looking at solutions, or they don't know solutions exist. Then there's solution aware audience, which is people who are aware there are solutions, but they don't know about your specific product. Then there's product aware people who are aware of your product, but aren't fully convinced yet. These are kind of people who have, who are in your funnel, right? They're on your email list, but they are not buying from you. And then there's most aware people who know your product, they're convinced of its value, but they haven't finally made a decision yet. These are the kind of people who have hopped on a sales call with you, but just didn't convert. And so for my client, the product aware and most aware audiences is where we were focusing on making content, because that's where most of their previous clients stayed at. And usually for most people, you want to probably target level 4 market sophistication and level 4 or 5, which is product aware or most aware awareness level. So we listed this down, and basically the kind of videos we want to make are showcasing the unique aspects of the client's program that make it stand out in a crowded market, or emphasizing the specific reasons why the client solution is a superior choice. Now that we've done this, we've understood the audience, we then start understanding the people who are making content for the same audience or similar audience. So if we first look at direct competitors, people who are in the exact same niche, targeting the same ICP, people who are targeting the same ICP in terms of awareness levels and sophistication levels, I could only find 2. You may have 10, you may have 20, you may have 0. 0 is probably bad, because you're not going to be able to really do too much in terms of funnel hacking people or understanding what videos to make. But even then, if you understand your audience, you can still make videos regardless. and it will be easy to stand out. It's just that you may not really have too much of a market that's looking for your solution yet. So you will probably not be here in terms of level 4, or you may not be here in terms of a product aware or most aware audience, if you don't have anybody who's making videos in that particular space directly. Now we'll also look at the biggest indirect competitors, which are people who are in similar niches. For example, for my client, right, he's talking about agency growth, but we can also look at people who are talking about coaching businesses or consulting businesses or general business growth, who don't target any particular kind of service, but they're just looking at, they're just teaching you how to grow your business. But even then, even though we do this, we're still thinking of the same attention market. We're still thinking about the audience with the highest buying intent. We are still thinking about the same or similar ICP in terms of awareness level and sophistication level, just a different vehicle that is being served to them, which is coaching or consulting. And for example, this is a very good YouTuber that I would ask anybody who's an agency, coaching, consulting guy to funnel hack. Serge Gattari. This is a guy who has 14k subs. I started watching him when he had 6k subs a year ago, and he was making 300k a month, not a year, $300,000 a month, which means more than $3 million a year, with just 6k subscribers. And it was all organic growth, all organic, right? And now he's at 14k subs and he's making 600k a month. So this is a good guy to copy. And this is why you want to only target people, you know, only list down people who are doing exactly what you're doing, and who are the kind of people you can learn from and implement things that they are doing. Once you figure out the direct competitors and indirect competitors, then you can look at the trends that are happening in the time period that you're making this, you know, usually in that quarter. So for example, recently I've seen that there are lesser edited thumbnails and videos are on the rise, and probably this is the next big thing for 2024. I think it is. I would remove probably, I would say the next big thing for 2024. Loom style videos are back, you know, so doing something like what I'm doing right now would work insanely well on YouTube right now, just because it's something that people are looking for, more unfiltered kind of content. And client case studies are doing really well, you know, like talking about how Josh made 50k in 30 days, you know, something like that. So these are top trends that are happening right now, and I mean last quarter of 2023. Then we jump into content positioning. Now this is all things that are coming from your head. In terms of content positioning, we are only looking at how to position your content based on who you are, what clients you've served, and how you can serve them better, or how you can just make them believe that you have the right solution for them. So what we first do is we list down all the problems the ICP needs solved before they need your solution. So my client here, who is serving people who are, you know, at 5k a month or more, where did it go? Yep, 5k a month or more, right? Who is serving agencies at 5k a month or more. The kind of things that they have already solved in the past is they already have an offer, they already have some client results, but they may not have the right systems, they may not have some things in place, but they have served some clients in the past, right? So you don't want to make videos like, you know, 5 best niches to make money in 2024. You don't want to do that because your clients are not there, you know. But you instead wanna reference the kind of things that they have already solved in the hooks. Like you already have skills, you just want to know how to scale your business, or you already have gotten results, you just want to know how to scale your business to 20k a month and beyond. So you speak directly to them by talking about things they have already solved, because then they also have more dopamine, which is a psychological thing really. You know, you want to make people feel like they get something positive out of watching your content, and dopamine is the best thing they can get by watching your content. So give them dopamine by, you know, congratulating them for something they've already done, and then talk about the things that they can do when they work with you. So this would be you can scale to 20k and beyond. You can have predictable, systematic approach for lead generation. You can refine your sales and outreach processes, etc., etc. Now, we also want to list down all the solutions you already have with you, things you don't have to record, because these are things we can still post to YouTube, like any coaching calls you've done, any course content you've filmed, any SOPs, frameworks that you have that your clients benefit from already. You just want to package it into a nice little thing for YouTube and just put it out there. So any coaching calls, course content, SOPs, frameworks, workflows, masterclasses, etc. And then what we do is now we think about YouTube specifically in terms of content ideation. First thing I would do is use vidIQ, which is a keyword research tool. You can use it for everything with regards to YouTube, but keyword research is what I only use it for. It's like $10 a month, pretty cheap. And you can just do it once, honestly, just you just get the free trial for the first 2 weeks or whatever. And then you don't have to get it again, because once you have the keywords, you just have to check them every few months or so. So you figure out basically the top keywords, right? And what vidIQ tells you is the monthly search volume for a keyword and also the competition level. So the lower the competition, the better it is, of course. So very low is very good, low is good enough, etc. And what I found was like SMMA has more than 1 million monthly searches and low competition. So this is a good keyword to target. The reason you want to target keywords is because keywords get you predictable views and leads in the long term. Like I have a client who we made a video for 13 or 14 months ago, something like that. And in the first month, the video only had 1,000 views. But now it has 20,000 plus views, because every single month it's getting 1 to 2K views. And the only way to do that is to rank high, rank as high as possible for a particular keyword. And the only way to do that is to first know the keywords and then stack them as much as possible. Then what I do is, and this is something that everyone should do, write down the content buckets, which basically means, content categories, the kind of categories or topics, in broad topics that you're targeting. And for anyone selling high ticket services, whether you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, whatever you do, you sell courses, whatever, the ideal content buckets to focus on are education, conversation, and conversion. Education basically means things that are big problems that your most aware audience has that you have solutions to. So these are mainly going to be things that we've already listed down here, which is any coaching calls you have, any SOPs, tutorials, frameworks, etc. But also we want to make new videos that are tutorials and stuff like that that will help your ICP, the kind of people that hop on sales calls with you, right? What are the things that they want solved? You basically educate them on how to solve them. And then the other one is conversation, which are videos that spark a conversation. And the thing that sparks conversations is the best. The thing that sparks conversations the best is something that creates polarity. Something that will either make people agree with you or disagree with you, where the people who agree with you will trust you even more because they have something in common with you now. And so you want to make things like, you want to talk about your strong opinions, challenge people's beliefs, you want to jump on trends, or you want to talk against trends. You want to talk against a particular YouTuber or for example, Iman Ghazi or Hamza or other big, gurus in the space, or Alex Hormozi or Danko, anyone you want to talk against. These are strong opinions that you have that are going to be polar in nature, but people who agree with you, they're going to trust you more and most likely going to buy from you because they believe the same things that you believe. Then we look at conversion, which is the most important, which is really what gets you the most results, which is something that references your own achievements or your clients' achievements and experiences. These are testimonials, case studies, breakdowns, and your clients' experiences. Pretty straightforward. The things that are working really well right now is client interviews. So you do an interview with a client, which is basically a case study in nature, and you do what I listed down here, which is as a trend. He did insane thing in time period. It increases conversion rates quite a lot. Now, once we have the content buckets and once we know who our ICP is, what problems we can solve for them, who their market sophistication levels, etc., etc., we just write video ideas based on the things that we have already listed down. So what I do is, the green stuff is the stuff you already have, like any courses, coaching calls, etc. that you already have that you can just repackage by making intriguing titles. And the way I would go about with writing titles is just think of it like a headline for a landing page. What would you put there? Basically just do that here. But try to add some level of intrigue, like the ultimate guide to B2B lead generation for agencies without ads. So you just add something that's a little bit intriguing that just makes people like, oh, so this is something different from what I've already seen before. Or double your client LTV with this one automation. Like, what is this one automation? I want to know, my $1.3 million SOPs. So these are the kind of things you want to do with education, with stuff that you already have, and also just some other videos that you film, like guides, courses, things that your clients would benefit from, that you're serving as a dual purpose, things that you can also send to your clients when they have a problem. Like, for example, for myself, something like this, it has multiple purposes. I can send it to potential clients, I can send it to my clients, I can, also teach other people who I coach on how to do it. So it just serves all the purposes. Something that works for your clients is really what you want to make as videos anyway. So yeah, that's what we're going to focus on with education. Then with conversation, you can do like the future of agencies. Will they work in 2024? Or why online coaches are so poor? Do this before starting an AI automation agency in 2024. Like things like this that talk about trends or talk against things that people believe, or just talk about your own experiences, like the dark truth about client retention in SMMA, things like that. Then finally, conversion pillar, which is again client case studies and stuff. But also, you can do like how to sell a 20K offer to real estate businesses, or I scaled 5 agencies to 40K MRR to prove it's not luck. Anything that proves your competence and also shows results that you've gotten for other people, which will make somebody want to work with you, make somebody want to buy from you, that's what you want to do. And think about all of the videos that you make as give people the clarity and sell them the implementation. So you give away all the value for free and then sell them the implementation. You don't want to work with somebody who has the time to do the things anyways. You want to work with somebody who doesn't have the time or the knowledge to do it perfectly. So they would rather pay somebody. So that's really what, you should make videos to focus on, not just the general 7 ways to do X or 5 reasons why you need to start SMMA, things like that. Yeah. So we've done content ideation too. We are finally on the final phase. Yay, content distribution. So content distribution, the first thing I like to do is, make a swipe file for thumbnails, which is basically the graphic that somebody sees before they click on a video. And the thing that most people do wrong is they try to make aesthetic stuff, but you just want to make psychological stuff, purely based on psychology. Thumbnails are purely based on psychology. Like look at this one, just has text and a picture, but the text intrigues you. This one, text, picture, Instagram logo, and a result that you've gotten just intrigues you, right? 61 coaching calls from one change. What is that one change? What the fuck? Like, I want to know more, Or like 20K a week with a short form content offer. How the fuck? Or like, what is this? What's happening behind him? I want to know. So things like that. Cash cow moneymaker. What do you mean? What is that? New offer. What do you mean? What is that? So just think about making people question, like, what do you mean? Or like some question that pops up in their head as soon as they see the thumbnail. That's what you want to focus on. It's not about aesthetic. It's just about intrigue and curiosity and psychology. Keep it simple. And the way you want to build a swipe file is just look at the people that you've listed down, direct competitors, indirect competitors, find the most popular thumbnail, a most popular video from them that you can replicate and just put that as a thumbnail swipe file, basically. Now we come to SEO, which is really important. I'm not going to go in depth here, just very, very surface level. But SEO, what you really want to do is, and why you want to do it is, because like I showed you, like I told you, it predictably generates you views month after month. Because once you rank on top for a particular keyword on YouTube, you can get clicks from Google as well. Because when you Google search, you see YouTube videos these days on the top. So both of those things work, they work on Google as well as YouTube. So keyword research is important. Once you do research, basically the one keyword you're targeting should be in the title in the first half, and then you add intrigue in the second half, right? Like look at these, how to get clients for your short form content offer. The short form content offer or short form content is the keyword, or how to start an AI business. AI business is the keyword. Getting clients for SMMA is the keyword, B2B is a keyword, marketing agency is a keyword. Like there's multiple keywords stacked, but you either in the first half or in the second half, you want to have the keyword, and in the other half, you just want to get something that intrigues people to want to click. With description, I'm not going to go in depth, but basically you want to stack as many keywords as possible. You want to also add chapters, which is something that basically where you put in timestamps and you can segment your video even further. You would also want to subtitle your video. If you have a script already, just throw that in there. If you don't have one, just write the first 30 seconds of script and ensure that there's at least 2 or 3 keywords that are ideally the same keyword that you put in the title, but also like different variations of it. And in tags, you just throw in all the keywords that you find from vidIQ, and you can do education category, not super important. Finally, cross-platform strategy. Now, this is important, right? You don't just want to make YouTube videos and leave them on YouTube, because why would you waste time making videos when you can use them for every single other thing that you do? Which means that How I use YouTube videos, let me tell you. I use my videos as resources for auto DMs, and I get clients from just using those videos as auto DMs. I post short clips from the videos on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. You can also make short threads summarizing the video, leading people to YouTube. So that also gives you a content idea, which is every week, whenever you're posting a video, or if you post twice or thrice a week, you basically have a short thread you can post every time. You can also, very importantly, use your videos in outreach, like I'm doing right now with this video that I'm just sending to you, that I'm just recording right now, that I'm going to send to you, right? You send people to a valuable video where they start trusting you and they get educated on what you offer and how you can help them. And you want to do the same for Instagram. You post short clips from the videos. You also use it for outreach, and also for cold email, you can use for outreach, because somebody's going to trust you more from watching a 10-minute video than they're going to do from just reading 2 or 3 emails from you. Then also, you can use your videos on your funnels, especially your client interview videos. You can post them on your landing page. You can post them on as lead magnets. Like you can make case study videos, or you can make case study lead magnets to bring people into your email list. And then in your email list, you send people to your videos every week to remind them how much you understand them and their problems, and make them see you as the go-to authority figure, so they get reminded of how much value they can get from working with you. Then finally, here's something that I discovered that I think is really important. Most sales calls happen with unqualified prospects. Instead, what we want to do is turn them into qualified prospects that are educated on our service before they get on the call. So how do we do this? We make a pre-call warm-up sequence via email. We just send them, 3 or 4 videos that are, one is something that proves your competence, educates them on what you do, and yeah, basically how you can help them. And then also like more client case studies and interviews and things like that. Just keep throwing them to people. And so your YouTube videos basically become content multipliers for you, or effort multipliers, where they multiply every effort that you're putting in terms of outreach, in terms of email lists, in terms of content, everything else. And they pre-sell your ICP on your services before they even get on the call. So that's all about research. I could go in depth a lot more, and I have done like hour-long masterclasses on research. I also do funnel hacking for the people that we have listed down here, the direct and indirect competitors, but I'm not going to talk about that here. I'm not even put it in here because it's just too much. But if you're a high-ticket agency owner who is looking for someone to guide you or your team to predictably scale revenue through YouTube and build a similar YouTube strategy, either you can DM me on X or Twitter at Mihir_Narula, which is my name, MIHIR_NARULA, or you can go to virralize.com, viralize.com, which is my growth consulting agency where we don't help you go viral, we help you get leads. I don't know. The name was, yeah, that's the name. What can I do? So if you book a call with me through either viralize.com or DM me on Twitter and then we hop on a call, it will be a clarity and implementation call with me personally, not with some stupid sales guy who doesn't know too much about YouTube and he's just trying to pitch you. Not going to be like one of those people. So during this call, I'll either figure out that I can help you and offer you a spot, or I'll realize that it's not the right time for us to work together, and I'll give you access to other resources that I have that will get you to the point you're qualified to experience my premium services. So either way, I'll give you honest, no BS feedback and help and clarity to help you achieve your goals. So don't hesitate, book a call. And you can also use this link, which is calendly.com/ again, my name, Mihir_Narula/30min. No space, min, not mins, not minutes, it's 30 min. And yeah, let me know if you need help. You can DM me on Twitter. Again, I'm not active on Instagram or anywhere else. And also I have a YouTube channel, which if you want access to, you can DM me and I'll send you a link to it. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. And if you want to work together, let me know. If you don't, I hope this can be implemented by you so you can scale predictably to at least 20K MRR and further. Thanks for watching. Peace.